picture of the week, and that is Bob Trevino Likes It. The movie is inspired by the true friendship that writer...
Back up.
What happened? I'm reading the plot summary.
I know you are, but I didn't know about that until the final image. And that...
Okay.
I'm just saying, and we can cut that bit out because it was a surprise for me, and it was a pretty great surprise, I thought.
Okay. All right.
And I'm sure it's like, ruined in all the marketing and whatnot, but Greg, we're cinematics.
Okay. So we're gonna do this again. So next, I think our top feature this week is Bob Trevino Likes It. The movie, I'm not going to say what the movie is. There's a little bit of a thing to it that Eric did not want me to say. I'm sure Bruce Perky will say it in the cinematics. So, listen,
will.
He probably will.
Just leave it all in. Just leave it all.
Okay, we're going to leave it out. Okay, so I understand, Eric. I understand where you're going. You have a very good point. It's straight from the plot summary.
Yeah.
And I understand where you're coming from on this. So Bob Trevino Likes It. It centers and it's inspired by the true friendship that writer-director Tracy Lehman found with a stranger in real life while looking for her dad online. The thing is, her dad is Bob Trevino, played by French Stewart. What happens is when her...
Speaking of which,
Yes.
sorry to stop you.
No, go ahead.
French Stewart did not realize that was him until there's a part where she's flipping through a family photo album. Yeah. And it shows the younger version of him. I'm like, oh, that's where he is. Because I knew he was in the movie, but I didn't see him at all throughout the movie. And then, he was the dad.
Yeah, he was the dad of this really nice girl, and she has a really good heart. And her job is she's a caregiver to a young woman who is in failing health, and that's her main job. This girl, played by Barbie Ferreira. In the actual fictional narrative, she plays Lily. Lily, again, is played by Barbie Ferreira. Lily just she's friends with the person she's caregiving to.
She's like, she likes to help people. Even to the detriment of her own happiness and well-being. She's constantly trying to, she's always worried that people hates her. Mm-hmm. Probably because her dad is such a piece of crap human, and just kind of beat that kind of self-loathing into her. But she's a complete sweet person, and I think that's one of the great things about. Sorry, I keep interrupting the thing, but
no worries. So Robert Trevino is played by French Stewart. He is the father of Lily. Movie starts off with Lily comes to the realization that her dad really wants nothing to do with her. Her dad is more focused on scoring with just women. I think her dad is maybe in his late 50s, early 60s. He lives not in a retirement home per se, but in a retirement village. And he's on the make because his wife left him years ago. He's had to take care of Lily. And now he believes it's time for him to live his life. So in a weird way, Bob Trevino decides to tell Lily, hey, back off. I want to be by myself for a while. And Lily, like Eric was saying, she's a very nice person. She thinks of other people's welfare before she thinks of her own. But on the bottom line is she is lonely. So what happens one evening is she decides to find a Bob Trevino in Facebook. She believes actually that Bob Trevino is her father because there's no profile picture. So she messages Bob Trevino or adds him, the faceless Bob Trevino, on Facebook as her friend. And then this faceless Bob Trevino starts liking her posts on Facebook. And he likes her posts because whenever Lily posts something on Facebook, hardly anyone gives it a like. Okay. And then what happens is
Lily finds a pity like.
It's a pity like.
Yeah.
Kind of the stuff that I get on CinemAddicts Facebook group when people pity like my CinemAddicts posts.
And smash that pity like right now.
Smash the pity. 100%, folks. Smash. I'm fine with the pity likes. Okay. Now, Lily, when she finds out that Bob Trevino, that's not her real father. That's not her father. That's another Bob Trevino who lives not in her county, but maybe I think a different state, right? I forgot what state this Bob Trevino lives in.
No, they live pretty close to each other because they start going on go doing stuff together.
Okay.
They live relatively close. I think they live in the same city even.
Okay, my bad on that. So what happens is this stranger, whose name is Bob Trevino, this stranger is played by John Leguizamo. He is the good Bob Trevino. And Bob Trevino has his own life. He's married. He doesn't have a kid with his wife. They're probably 25, 30 years into their marriage, and he has his own problems, not with his wife per se, but with his own job. What is he? He's a contractor. He's sort of a building inspector. He works in a
I think
contracting business.
it's something to do with construction, I think.
Right.
Because like you go outside of the trailer that they were in, and it looked like there was like a bunch of like piles of sand and stuff, which makes me think like perhaps like concrete of some sort.
Right. And he doesn't own this company. He's basically the eyes and ears, and he's a responsible one, while his boss is very irresponsible. So this Bob Trevino, he has pressures with his own job. He has an understated situation with his wife, even though they are married. Are they happily married? That's a question that will be played throughout the narrative. Ultimately,
I would say they are, but they have a like most of the characters in this, they have a common uh like all the characters in this are missing someone, not something, but someone. Like so
mm,
with French Stewart, the dad, he's acting the way he is because he doesn't have a wife anymore. You know, Lily's mom's not there, and he's missing someone that's a hole he needs someone to fill. Lily wants a dad. Her dad's physically there, but he's not a great dad. He's not there emotionally for her, which is why she seeks out John Leguizamo's character, the uh, Bob, oh
Bob
crap,
Trevino,
Bob Trevino of the title, the woman that Lily's
he's
caretaking for. She
yeah,
needs a caretaker, but she wants more than that because
she wants a friend.
she has that scene, and then with Bob Trevino and his wife, they don't have a child, and it gets into that. But that's the thing that, so like all these people have people missing from their lives. It's someone they want to fill a role, and they're all handling it in different ways. It just so happens that Lily's dad handles it probably the worst possible way that you could
Right.
handle that.
And even
But
Bob Trevino's wife, John Leguizamo's wife, she has her own way of handling her problems. She loves to scrapbook. So these are different
yeah,
things. And Bob Trevino himself, again, the John Leguizamo Bob, the good Bob Trevino, right? The good Bob Trevino, he loves to look at the stars. He wanted to be an astronomer, possibly, or in geology, probably. But his life took a different turn. So there's a lot of different things in Bob Trevino Likes It. Excellent point, Eric. Everyone sort of wants something or is in need of something in this narrative. Eric, your review of the movie, your thoughts on Bob Trevino Likes It.
I mean, my thoughts on it is I love this movie. It's definitely one of those movies that manipulate the hell out of you. I would probably compare it to something like Coda, where it's
Right.
like it's trying so hard to jerk the tears out of you, and I'm watching going, it's you don't have to try that hard. Jerk away, like I'm gonna be especially like the last third of it
All right.
when things start kind of falling into place or resolving or some things start happening. No big twists or anything like that, but there's just things that start coming together emotionally, and there was happy tears, there were sad tears, there were all the tears, and then
All the
there was
tears.
that. I mean, I guess we kind of the marketing and everything kind of gave that away, but to find out that this was that final, we'll just say that final image right before the credits roll, just kind of brought it all home for me. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is
A
not just a
movie.
well realized story. Someone lived this,
Yeah.
and then so all the emotions I was feeling right there just kind of came at me tenfold, and I absolutely love Bob Trevino likes it.
Barbie Ferreira again plays Lily. In my
She's
opinion,
she is great in this. I
star
love her
making,
in this.
yeah, star
Oh
making performance, right? I will
yeah,
watch her,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah, her, John Leguizamo. I mean,
He's
what can you say
restrained.
about John Leguizamo? He's always great. Brent
Fantastic.
Stewart,
Wow.
holy crap! Like
So good.
first of all, I just want to choke the crap out of him. But like the whole time that his character showed up, I was like, kind of the back. Oh, he looks kind of familiar, but whatever. And I just let it go. And it wasn't until they started flipping through a scrapbook at the end where they showed a younger version of him. It's like, oh, that looks like oh yeah, French Stewart. That's French Stewart. I was watching French Stewart this whole time.
Yeah. Third Rock from the Suns, French
And
Stewart. That's amazing.
it's not like he's like caked on in like prosthetics or anything. It's nothing like that. It's just he's
He's
got a
older now.
mustache and
Yeah.
he's just so natural playing
Yeah.
a hole that yeah, you just felt like a real person.
It's a very touching movie. It's manipulative, but it's also engaging. I don't, there were,
Of being manipulated like this.
when it's done correctly and the story is so good, it feels very passionate, this movie. Final thoughts, Eric, and your rating on Bob Trevino likes. By the
Oh
way,
God.
before you say last 5 minutes of Bob Trevino, are you pool of tears when you're
Yes.
okay? I'm just
Yeah,
making
I was a sopping mess by the end of this
same here.
movie.
I can't imagine. I think the last time I
But
cried like this was Petite Maman, and but I can't remember crying this much in a movie. So,
yeah, for me it was Coda, specifically the scene in Coda where he holds her throat,
oh
and
right,
then you see in his eyes that like he understands.
yes,
Like, and that was just the one moment in Coda. Like
mm,
Bob Trevino likes it. There was like the whole third half or third act of
yeah,
it just had
right.
me.
Bawling.
There's so much. Yeah, I
There's just too
mean,
much. It's just a lot. It's a lot.
but Barbie Ferreira, she's great. John Leguizamo's great. French Stewart's great. Lawrence Spencer's great. Rachel Jones is great. I'm just going down the IMDb cast. Everyone in this movie is great. Tracy Lehman knocked this out of the freaking park, and I guess since it's kind of an autobiography, it makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, this movie's fantastic. It kind of reminds me of like Coda, and then also was it 10 million miles away?
Oh yeah. 10 million miles
Where
away.
where it's got the you kind of see its trajectory. You know it's manipulating the hell out of you, but it's so good at it that you just give it to me.
Right. You're right. I want to watch this again.
I'm opening up myself to you. Manipulate the crap out of me, and I'll just sit there and lap it all up. This
I
movie's
can't.
awesome. I love it.
I can't even review. I can't even give my review. Bob Trevino likes it because everything that Eric said, I agree with. So I'm just gonna second that. I'm just not gonna repeat everything that Eric just said because it's exactly what I'm saying. My rating for Bob Trevino likes it, straight up 5 stars.
I would agree, except I'll give it 6.9.
6.9 stars for Eric Holmes.
But functionally, the same thing.
Bruce Perky, I have not listened to your review on Cinematic. Please, I hope to goodness that you liked it and are not a Scrooge. What do you think Eric's gonna? Eric, what do you think Bruce is gonna?
That's tough because it is manipulative, and I know he gets annoyed by that. But I think that it's almost like if it's manipulative, and which is weird because all movies manipulate, so it's kind of weird. It's a weird critique, but I think movies like this, like they're manipulative, but that's kind of I guess that's kind of the tone of the
Right.
genre, I
Yeah.
guess. So you kind of let it go. It'd be like watching an action movie and then complain that there's too much action in it. You know,
Yeah.
a movie like this, you want it to be manipulative, or like Green and Gold, a movie like that,
Right.
or Dreaming Wild, another great example.
Oh, that's a great.
Like these are
Yeah.
all like, but I think Bruce liked some of those and didn't like other ones, so it's hard to say where he's going to line
I
up here.
hope he does like it.
I think he might lean more towards a positive on this,
Yeah, I agree with you,
if
but
nothing else, because of the performances, because the
okay.
performances in this are freaking great. I do not. If Bruce has a problem with any of that, I'm at a loss. I have no idea why.
Well, you're at a loss, but then I'll have a problem with you, Bruce Perky, if you don't give this a great review. At least this has to be at least 4 stars. I'm gonna listen to this on the edit. So Bruce, if you even give it 3.5 stars, if you even think of doing it, I'm just gonna make Eric do sort of a voice AI thing, like what AI has done to my voice months
I can see
ago.
him. I can see him doing 4 stars on this.
Good.
3.5 seems really low.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Please, Bruce.
Like even if he doesn't love it, I think he would. But
Okay, so
hey,
that
hey, listen in. It's So Will I once it comes out. We'll see where he falls on it.
cinematics,
But yeah,
fellows.
if Bob Trevino likes it, I loved it.
Yes, I think my
I
only
don't know what Bob Trevino was thinking.
Bob Trevino just likes it, but Eric Holmes and Greg Sruzavasi absolutely love it. So 6.9 stars from Eric Holmes, 5 stars from me. Bruce Perky, I'm just gonna say right now, before you get the cinematic, I'm just gonna put 4 stars, and I'm not, even if you say three now, Bruce, I'm not gonna change it. Bleeping, I just right. So Eric Holmes is putting 4 stars for Bruce Perky right
I'm
now,
gonna
and
put
if you don't give it a good review, oh, 4.5 stars for Bruce Perky. Wow, Eric Holmes.
I'm gonna put 4.5. I'm gonna
Okay,
guess 4.5. We'll see.
and Bruce, yeah, we know you're sometimes get you're a Scrooge and a Grinch. So we'll see what your review is. And if you don't give it a good review, Eric Holmes is not going to give you people food anymore. That's all. And again, Bob Trevino Likes It is in theaters March 21st. Most
Nice.
importantly, after all of this banter and preamble and all that stuff with this movie, listeners, Tell us what you think of Bob Trevino Likes It. Me, Eric, and Bruce, we love covering indie, smaller movies. This is an indie-ish, smaller film that I think is worth going to theaters. Bring some Kleenex. Get ready to cry. Get ready to see an amazing movie. Again, in theaters, March 21st. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.